Lawrenceburg, Tennessee this morning. I am headed to Greenville, Missouri, and it is taking me on some of the prettiest Tennessee back roads, y'all. It's beautiful. Highway 64 west through Tennessee is just beautiful, and then it bumped me up onto this Highway 641, and my next highway is going to be 202 north. I hope it is pretty as 641 has been. Wow, check out this big, beautiful bridge headed across Mississippi from Tennessee into Missouri. Oh, it's beautiful. Mighty Mississippi over there. First evening of the I Ride Tiny House Adventure meetup here in Greenville, Missouri. We're at the Greenville Recreation Area. We just had our meet and greet up here. So many good folks here. I Ride Tiny House Adventures is mostly a cargo trailer conversion channel. There are so many CTCs here, y'all. We're gonna do a few walkthroughs this week, but the community is still the same no matter what kind of rig you camp in. Happy Place Camping, my friends Jesse and Felicity are sharing a site with me tonight. So it's pretty exciting getting to meet up with all of these people we have met before, and a whole lot that I haven't met before. So this is gonna be a week of new friendships and rekindling old. Here at Greenville Recreation Area, they have a memory lane. It's pretty cool. It is the old town of Greenville. After the dam was completed in 1941, nearing the completion of the dam in 1941, the old town of Greenville residents decided it was time to move north a little farther, which is the location now, about 2.5 miles away, I think. I think it's what we rode on the bikes. But it was an overwhelming majority vote to move this town. But the Greenville Recreation Area campground still has some of the old foundations of the buildings that were here at Old Greenville. And they have the memory lane built to walk us along and show us what Old Greenville used to look like. We're starting here at A. We got our hands on this great little map, and it's got all of the sites marked as the alphabet: Bedwell Tavern, St. Francis Hotel, Wayne County Bank. And I'm so glad that Deb shared that with us. So I'll show you a few sites here along the memory lane route. It is, total distance of memory lane is approximately 1 mile. So that is not too far to walk to see these old ruins. Starting with A, we have the Bedwell Tavern. It served as a hotel, a bar, public meeting space, and a night stop for the Batesville stagecoach from 1859 to 1871. In about 1875, Phineas Stevens bought the tavern and remodeled it into a house. So this is pretty nice. You see the old steps back there. And if I'm not mistaken, these are the original sidewalks that were here for Old Greenville. C site is Wayne County Bank, part of the foundation here. Organized in 1900, Wayne County Bank existed here until 1925 when it became the Wayne County State Bank. It housed other businesses such as Office of Attorney and Jones Drugstore. Members of the Masonic Lodge met upstairs. Look closely at the sidewalk to see where the entrance to the Masonic Lodge was. Isn't that neat? And then here are some of these old stamped bricks. So this is fun. This is the concrete cube. It is called a Keep Right rock that was in the town of Old Greenville, and it was traffic direction. You're gonna keep to the right of that rock as you're driving through the town. This photo is from 1941. I don't know if you can see it in there. Let's get a little closer. And there you are with Keep Right rock. How neat is that? And so here's Timmons Street, and then the old state route, and there is your Keep Right rock. They still have not the original street signs, but the original street names on newer signs so that you can kind of keep up with the memory lane. The Wayne County Courthouse. Let's see, 1925 was when Wayne County Courthouse was built. It was a 2-story log structure. A total of 4 courthouses existed on this site. 2 of them burned before the final one was built in 1925. The final 2 courthouses of Greenville are pictured here. So all we have are the pictures of the final 2 courthouses. These are really pretty. Go up here and see if we can find a foundation. Not too much foundation. You can see a couple of cornerstones here. Most of it's probably been taken back over by the dirt. You can see a pretty good little outline. And then there are more steps over here, but I don't want to go down into that person's site. So, this is a neat little memory lane. Okay, so this is pretty neat, this little kiosk here. I am pretty fascinated with true crime stories, and this one is no different. She poisoned his tomato wine so she could marry another man. How fun is that? In April 1939, Louise Myers of Gravelton, a small town in northeastern Wayne County, murdered her husband by infusing his homemade tomato wine with insecticide. How funny. At her trial in Old Greenville, Louise Myers suddenly changed her story and pled guilty. She was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 99 years in prison. Louise served her sentence at the State Prison Farm No. 1 in Jefferson City, Missouri. Here at the check-in booth is the old foundation for Wilcox Service Station. Layman Wilcox owned this station until the 1920s and 30s. He served as Wayne County Sheriff from 1921 to 1924 and as Deputy Sheriff from 1929 to 1933. Arthur Davis Dealership. He sold cars in this building. One brand, the Whippet, sold for about $600. From 22 to 26, Mr. Davis was Wayne County Collector. And later, Charles Abshire sold Chevrolets, then Clarence A. Barks and James Goodwin founded the Greenville Motor Company and sold Studebakers. So here, they sold cars right here, this dealership. Oh, this was Marsh's store. John S. Marsh and his son Harold had a general mercantile store here and a lumber yard across the street. So that is pretty neat. General Mercantile Store Foundation, the old foundation. And then a lumber yard across the street. It's been taken over by nature again. The large concrete block is called a stile. It was used by people, especially women, when mounting or dismounting horses and carriages. Well, now that is cool. So it's over here. It's across the road over there. Let's go look at that. Here it is. Here is the style block, mostly used by women for mounting and unmounting horses and carriages. All right, y'all, I just gave you a sampling of some of the memory lane stops here, some of the better foundations for sure. I would highly recommend, if you're even in the area, just stop by the recreation area just to see the memory lane, even if you aren't camping. All right, quick bike ride. What is it, 2.5 miles here? 2.5? From the campground is a nice bike trail into town for Midway ice cream. We took a little day trip today from Greenville Recreation Area. We have come out, which is really close to the Wapapello Lake. We've come out here to the Wapapello Dam. As you can see, got a leg of the lake up here. It's a nice recreational lake. The dam was built in 1938, started building it in 1938. The lake was created mostly for flood control, of course. But it has turned into a huge recreational draw. Fishing and boating and camping and anything outdoorsy, everything outdoorsy. It's a beautiful lake. We have passed so many campgrounds and lodges, places to stay here. And I think we're about probably maybe 20 miles, 15, 20 miles from Poplar Bluff, which is where we were a few months ago at Camelot RV Campground. There's a video on Camelot. But we're not very far from Poplar Bluff, where you can get anything you need, find whatever you need to eat. But it sure is a beautiful lake.